Hello everyone, it's Ryan again at Dark Winter Moon, and today I wanted to talk to you about creating your very own name sigil. I want to walk you through the process of taking your own name, or maybe even your magical name, or some variation of the two, and turning that into a sigil. So, first of all, though, why do we use our name in sigils, or why do I prefer to do that? Because I believe names have power. So, creating your own sigil is a form of sympathetic magic. One of the basic principles of magic is like equals like. So, in the same way, when you build a spell to accomplish a certain intent, you choose things that represent that intent or resonate with the energy of that intent. You may choose a particular stone or a particular candle or herb, etc. So, a sigil is a way to distill part of your own personal energy into a magical construct, a form that has an ongoing power to create change in the world for you. When you start with your name, you're literally creating that same sort of resonance, like your name is Ryan, or my name is Ryan in this sense. If I create a sigil that says Ryan, it represents me in that magical construct. And so, oftentimes when I'm building a more complex sigil, let's say Ryan and health, Ryan is the basis of that. I start with that sigil and I add something to it. So, today, like I said, I'm going to teach you how to make your very own name sigil. And so let's get started. So, today I'm going to use the name Ashley. So what the first thing you want to do is cross out your vowels. And then I like to write the letters that are left and use those. So the key is mark out the vowels, also mark out repeating letters. So the first thing I do after I get the letters out of the name is I just start kind of playing around with it and kind of just follow myself. So that's our S. That's our H. Maybe this is our L. And this is our Y. So that's actually a pretty good start. Most of the time when I do the first iteration of a sigil, it does not look anywhere near what I like it to be. So this is actually a pretty good start. So you could play around with it. You could change it. A lot of times I do it over and over again, and I just reiterate it. So this could be your S, and then you could have your H. Whoops, and then your L, and then your Y. That's also an interesting one. I don't like it as much as I like that one. For me, like, it really is very aesthetic, the whole process. I like, when I like something, when it feels right, that's a good sign that I'm on the right track. To me, this feels more right. I think part of the reason is the way this one looks to me is that it looks like someone's bound up. This one looks more like it's moving, almost like someone is stepping forward. But it's going to come out different for everyone based on your own intuition and your own idea of what is aesthetically pleasing. So let's go back to this first symbol since I like it better. So we start with our S, our H, our L, and our Y. I really do like that one. I thought this was going to be harder. One thing you could do is do S, H, L, Y. One thing you could do is shorten your S. So the more I draw, the more it gets refined. I did that one wrong. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. S, H, L, Y. All right. So I really like this one, the first iteration. That rarely happens, but hey, I'll go with it. So the next step is choosing paper. So here's some paper options. This particular paper is a high quality handmade paper. And not only is it beautiful visually, it has an amazing texture, and it also smells great. But by no means do you have to use high quality paper. You could use a piece of cardboard. It doesn't really matter. I personally like to use this type of paper, this high quality paper, because it resonates more deeply with me. It feels more artistic, and it those feelings put into the sigil and the work, that craftsmanship, add to its power, in my opinion. So also, a bit of a caveat. Careful about making sigils for other people without their permission. That's a tricky business because of what I said before about sympathetic magic. Because when you create a sigil for yourself, you're taking some of your personal energy. You would, in theory, be taking personal energy from the person that you're making the sigil for, in a sense. So just be very careful with that. Get permission. So for our purposes now, I'm going to do a smaller version of the sigil. So I've chosen a scrap of this lovely paper, one of my favorites. I need to find more of this. I think this is the last piece. And then take, I like to take some sort of larger marker to kind of give it a little more body. So we do our S, we do our H, our L, and our Y. So, there it is. So you can do a lot with this. You can expound upon it, you can expand it. It doesn't even have to be on paper. You could carve it in wood or stone, depending on what your skill level is. You can make jewelry. The sky's the limit. Whatever your preferred medium. I'm very much a paper type person, crafty like that. So I go with that. But yeah, the color of ink you choose, how that resonates with you is important. It's another part of that sympathetic magic that I was talking about. And so there you have it. That's how I create a sigil. So that's how you do it. I hope this has been helpful and instructive and interesting for everyone. I would appreciate likes, subscribes, and comments. Also, please check out my website, darkwintermoon.boston, or find me on Instagram at dark.winter.moon. And as always, have a wonderful weekend. Blessed be.